Hello, so I wanted to take a few minutes to try to walk you through some of the OFMT because I completely understand some of the problems you're having. When I first started looking at awk, I ran through some of these same things a long time ago, so figured I'd share my knowledge. I know in this class we really have just barely scratched the surface of awk, and that's one of the real problems. So the first thing that you're seeing with OFMT is exactly what it applies to. One of the things that you really have to understand is OFMT, in general in awk, you actually should use printf. That gives you a lot of real formatting controls for everything that's output. In the case of OFMT, what you're really doing is actually outputting only from the print command, and only when the print command's output is actually a number. So let's say we set OFMT to 0.3f. Now this is using kind of that printf syntax from C, C++, and when you do that and we set x equal to 1 and we'll print x, you'll see at this case it's not really a floating point number, so it's not going to apply. It's just going to go 1. If instead we had 1.1, you're going to see now we have that nice output. But things really break down quickly if we do x is equal to x. Something like this, you'll notice, OFMT didn't apply. Now you ask yourself why. Well, the answer is your print command right here isn't actually printing x. Your print command is printing this string x equals x. Now we know that string happens to have a number, but by the time it reaches print, it doesn't have a number. It's just a string. And a string, whether it happens to have ASCII characters that represent numbers, doesn't really matter. It's just a number. So how do we fix it? Well, what we can do is we can print multiple fields. So you can comma separate these. So if I say print x equals x, you're going to notice now, boom, we're good. But, we have a space. Why? Because our output record separator is a space. That's the default one. So we can actually set our output, not record separator, output field separator is a space. So we can set our output field separator equal to quote, quote, boom. Now this comma, even though it's a separate field, isn't going to have any impact. Boom, we have wonderfully processed OFMT. It's going to apply to any floating point value. It's still not going to have any impact on strings. Same reason why x equals wasn't put. It's not going to have any impact on integers. It's only going to be floating point because that's what we're just finding there. But hopefully that helps a little bit when you look at, boy, why am I having problems with OFMT? Just remember, it's got to be print. It's got to be the direct parameter to print, which means print by itself or comma separated to another actual field. And you can always set your field separator to space to keep it from adding unwanted spaces when you want. Hope that helps.